what's the deal? You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Cartier. You in Cartier World today. We got another reaction video, bro. I'm gonna need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, bro. Like, comment, and subscribe, man. Do y'all thing. Y'all been running them numbers up, and I appreciate y'all. I see y'all, man. We need 5,000 subs like yesterday, though. So let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? Let's run them subs up. Let's run them numbers up. Sheesh, you know we got Mohawk content on the way. Man, I just appreciate y'all, bro. Let's just keep it going. Today, Napoleon calls out Faith Evans' Tupac comments. She know Tupac was on death row. She know everything. Sheesh. What did she know? You know what I'm saying? You know, what did she know, man? What does Napoleon try to imply here? That's what we gonna figure out. Oh shit.
Video, man, when it comes to Faith, man. I mean, she just don't stop, man. Check this out.
I was actually in LA working with a producer in his group.
I think
We
I
just
seen
so
this
happened
before
to
when
go
she was
out
trying to
to a
say she
club
didn't
one
know
night,
Pac was on death row.
and
Mm.
Tretch was there with Tupac. I knew Tretch from Jersey.
From
So
Jersey,
Tretch
right?
introduced me to Tupac and said, "Hey, my boy Pac want to meet you."
Mm.
Apparently, I wasn't. This is before all this shit is in real time. You know what I'm saying?
Right, of course.
I remember hitting Big and telling him I met your boy Pac. That was it. Pac had told me he wanted to work with me, which I was surprised at. Didn't know nothing about Pac being signed to Death Row. I just met him at the club through
Everybody knew
Tretch.
Pac was on
You know
death
what I'm
row.
saying?
Yeah, man, this sound like cap. I'ma be 100. Like, nigga, Tupac was huge, bro. Before he even signed to Death Row, he was on Interscope. He had he was multi-platinum already, multiple platinum records. Like we ain't gonna do that. You didn't know Tupac was on Death Row. Man, everybody knew who Tupac was and what he was doing, his moves, and you in the rap game. You know that's your man's biggest competition. It just something sound like, come on, bro. You knew who he was. Your man's, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you didn't know he was signed to Death Row, but you knew that that was your man, homie, quote unquote, or they in the same league. Like, bro, I don't know, man. It's something about this just don't sound right.
That was
So
like the headlines on MTV, on
the exchange with me
like
and
I
Pac
remember
had
back
nothing to
then it was
do
like
with
the biggest
in
talk you
real
can ever
time. It had
imagine.
nothing to do with what was
I
really
think I
going on
seen
with
this. Hold on, let
Puff
me
and
see.
Suge, which I knew nothing about until
Right.
years later. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I never knew anything
Nah, that don't
about
even
this.
make sense. You know what I
First of all,
mean?
let's start with I didn't know
And
Pac was
I'm gonna
signed
keep
to
it real
Death
because
Row.
I seen that before. That don't even make sense because everybody knew Pac was on death row.
Facts.
The studio, if you walk in the studio, everybody in the studio is from death row.
Mm-hmm.
If you're uncomfortable, you could walk out right there. Like, wait a minute, something ain't right. Corrupt is here. Like all these death row people here. I'm getting out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like she was low key trying to play victim. Like, oh, I didn't know. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Nah, like Pac may have sent his man's like, all right, yeah, like I'm trying, you feel me? Like, go get her for me type shit. And then like, you know, Pac, he probably was just like, why not mess with your competition head like that, bro? This is a sport. This is a competitive sport. I'm about to get your girl on my record and we about to make it a hit. But the way she just trying to act so innocent and like that don't even sound right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why else would he be asking you to do a record? You people, you probably was cool, but like, nah, like we ain't gonna just act like you didn't know nothing. Like, nah, that's out.
If she was uncomfortable, that she willingly knew everything.
So she was cool with everything. She even went back and told Biggie, right? If I'm not mistaken, that Pac, he was working on a disc.
Yeah, because we had a song, if I'm not mistaken, it might have been the first hit 'em up or one of these songs that she was in the studio when it was playing.
Mm.
And all of a sudden they came out with that same beat. You know what I mean? I think I
Mm.
said before it might have been the first hit 'em up, but if I'm not mistaken, it was a song that they took one of our beats. And that's when
So she was the leak. She was the mole. I mean, her dude was Biggie. So why wouldn't she tell her dude? But she probably was playing both sides. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? It sounded like she was getting a little too mixy, to be honest. And you know, we all know her relations with Pac and what it ended up to be, and you know, it was a huge thing, man. So I just don't know this. Oh, I didn't know. Like that's out. That's a weak. That's weak. Why you even release that? Like just own up to it. Be 100. This was your role in it. You know what I'm saying?
Came out with Hit 'Em Up, and he was like, take money. He switched it up a little bit, but yeah, I remember that. And she heard that song and
Mm.
went back and told him like, oh, they working on this song with this such and such beat. That joint dope. Then all of a sudden
Mm.
they came out with the video and everything. Listen, people need to like, you know what I mean. The one thing I don't really be liking is that it's okay to all of the like majority of us was young teenagers, early 20s when we was going through these things. It's okay to say, well, you know what, I don't agree with that now. It's okay.
Mm.
You know what I mean? You got kids. You probably embarrassed of certain stuff. It's okay to say, you know what, I made a big.
That's a fact. Own up to it and say, hey, you know what I mean? I made a mistake. I don't agree with that now. I wouldn't act like that now. That was wrong. And move on from it. But you don't gotta like just cap like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. That's weak.
I don't agree with what I done. You know what I mean? But you don't have to try to flip the narrative and make it seem like this because then it looks stupid, like crazy. Like 'cause
Mm-hmm.
everybody knew he was on Death Row Records. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's even clips on YouTube of MTV reporting that Tupac signed to Death Row.
Because back then, you know, Death Row, like it was one of the biggest moves in hip hop. Because Pac was a very controversial figure. Death Row was a controversial record
Mm-hmm.
label. Pac just got shot, got prison time. Suge got on there and said something about if you don't want this person all up in the videos, then all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Pac on Death Row, this was big back then.
Mm.
It was like, whoa.
Hey, yeah, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, bro. You feel me? Let me know. I want to know, man. Do y'all think she capping? Why would she be capping? Is it the shame? Is it the guilt? People gonna come for her family. I don't know, man. It just seems a little bit weird to me, bro. You know, just hey, you ain't gotta lie about it. You know what I'm saying? We how many years down the line? But it's Cartier, you in Cartier world. Let me know what y'all think though.